George Esser, what is stopping you? What is stopping you, George Esser?
I was next up to bat. So I grabbed the practice bat and I started swinging and practicing. And I could just imagine me hitting a home run. The crowd was going wild. When all of a sudden my coach tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Why are you swinging the bat? You're not going to hit the ball anyway." Mr. Contest Chair, fellow Toastmasters contestants, I struck out that day. I remember I cried all the way home. And you know what? Every one of us have had defining moments like that in our life. Maybe your teacher said you were stupid. Maybe your father said, "This kid's never going to amount to much." Maybe you had a failed relationship, or two, or three. Every one of us have a defining moment that has stopped us from moving on. What's stopping you? What words are going around in your head? No use, just give up. You know, I have a friend, Nancy. And Nancy has had a horrible past. She was sexually abused starting at 4 years old. And she had multiple sexual abuse encounters. And she grew up really believing that part of it was because she was attractive. So what she did is she made herself really heavy and tried to make herself unattractive. She really felt like men were overrated and sex was bad. We became friends with Nancy down the road, my wife and I. And I remember one day I was making breakfast. And I said, "Hey, Nancy, I know you like peanut butter. What if I grabbed you, threw you down, stuffed your mouth with peanut butter, and forced you to eat it? Do you think peanut butter would be bad?" She goes, "Well, no." I said, "Why not?" She said, "Because it's not the peanut butter." I said, "Right, just like your other past. It's not because of the peanut butter." From that day forward, Nancy started to change. It took a number of years, but eventually, Nancy dropped over 100 pounds. It was scary because she had to face her fear about being attractive again. What's this going to mean? Today, she is happily married to Greg and loves all aspects of married life. What's your fear? What's stopping you from happiness? What fears do we have? I don't know. I'm not sure I can do it. What will people think? What about the benefits of facing our fears? We can have self-confidence. We can believe in ourselves. We can have a positive life. We can do great things. What are you afraid of? Courage is the ability to face our fears. I believe the best way to do it is just to name your fear. Give it a name, and that puts you back in control. What is your fear? Most of the time, we really don't even know what we're afraid of. It's our past. Your coach says, "You're not going to hit the ball anyway." One of my favorite movies is Lion King. Lion King is about a lion, and his name's Simba. And Simba believes that he is responsible somehow for his father's death when he was a little cub. And so he takes off, and he goes to another country, and he's fooling around. He's having a good time, but he's not really taking his destiny. The pride back home is in trouble because they need leadership. And he is the next destined leader. So then there's this kind of annoying baboon named Rafiki who comes along. And Rafiki says, "Who are you?" Simba goes, "I don't know. I used to know, but I'm not sure." He said, "You are Mufasa. You are the next king." He said, "No, my father's dead." The baboon had a stick, and he went, whack! And Simba goes, "Ow! What was that for?" "What does it matter? It's in the past." "Yeah, but it still hurts." Yes, the past does hurt. But there's two things about the past. You can either run from it, or you can learn from it. He takes a swipe at him and Simba ducks. See? You learn from the past. And that's my favorite part of the whole movie, and Simba goes off to do his destiny. What's your destiny? What's stopping you? Every one of us has greatness. It's not by accident that you're here tonight. I believe the universe has called you to hear this, to challenge you. I think the best way to do it is to name your fear and then feel it, experience, and then just do it. Let's say, for example, that you're afraid of roller coasters, and there's some Hollywood producer wanting to give you $100,000 to be able to do this movie. Would you do it? Well, yeah, $100,000. But you're afraid of roller coasters. So then what you do is you start imagining. Okay, you're on this roller coaster and it's going up. Click, 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 and all of a sudden you're going over, and all of a sudden all those emotions come. And then you know what you do? You get in line and you just do it anyway. Face your fear and do it. My wife says, well, that's crazy. What if I don't like roller coasters? Why would I go through and do that? I said, would you do it for $100,000? She goes, well, yeah. But wouldn't you do it for self-worth, for confidence, for yourself? Courage is the ability to face our fears. Every one of us has a past. We can either run from it, or we can use it for our experience. Just like Nancy, you can have an awesome life by getting through it. Just like Simba, you can actually accomplish your destiny. You know what? I have hit lots of home runs in my life, and so can you. What is stopping